When the sunlight strikes raindrops in the air, they act as a prism and form a rainbow. The rainbow is a division of white light into many beautiful colors. These take the shape of a long round arch with its path high above, and its two ends apparently beyond the horizon. There is, according to legend, a boiling pot of gold at one end. People look, but no one ever finds it.
Rainbow passage. When the sunlight strikes raindrops in the air, they act like a prism and form a rainbow. The rainbow is a division of white light into many beautiful colors. These take the shape of a long round arch with its path high above and its two ends apparently beyond the horizon. There is, according to legend, a boiling pot of gold at one end. People look, but no one ever finds it. When one looks for something beyond reach, his friends say he is looking for the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Hey guys, my name is Abigail and I'm recording this video to share my experience with voice feminization surgery at YESON Voice Center. So they asked me if I could answer a few questions, and first I want to introduce myself. I am a 24-year-old trans woman. I began my transition back in October of 2012 and I had my voice feminization surgery at YESON in August of 2013. And so the first question they have for me is, how did you find out about YESON? I found out about YESON when I was doing some video searches on YouTube of some other voice surgery results. And that's when I came across YESON's channel. I looked at all of their results and was pretty blown away by the before and afters that I was hearing. And it caused me to do a lot of research. I looked up other people's experiences. I tried to find as much information as I could. I had Jesse from YESON send me some information, and after thinking over it for a few weeks and really liking all the other voice samples I heard, I decided to set a date for the surgery. Can you tell us about the surgery you received? So the surgery that I had was a vocal fold shortening surgery, and it's just like it sounds. It is like a surgery that ties up about a third of your vocal folds, and that makes the vocal folds shorter, which raises the pitch. And it's a really short and simple procedure. It was like 30 minutes long. It was all endoscopic, so there was no scar, there was no incision. Pain-wise, there was really nothing. It felt like I had a sore throat for about a day, and that was it. The worst part was definitely not being able to talk for a week, because you have to completely rest your vocal folds, so you have to avoid talking and coughing and all of that. So that was by far the hardest part of the recovery. Pain-wise, there was really nothing. How's your voice improved after the surgery? So my voice has improved so much since the surgery. If you looked at my before and after video, you could hear just how deep my voice used to be. So since then, obviously my pitch has been raised a ton, and my voice is a lot more feminine. It wasn't right away that it was a feminine voice. It took a little while for it to heal. I would say probably 4 or 5 weeks in, my voice was pretty feminine and like the voice quality had returned. But you notice a lot of increase like over those first like month or so. I'm at 2 months, a little over 2 months, and I'm still noticing an increase. They say it can take like anywhere from 6 to 12 months for it to fully heal. So I've been doing my vocal exercises and my voice is still improving and the pitch is still going up. So I'm really happy with where it is right now for being about 2 months post-op. Was I satisfied with the services and the staff? Yes, I was very satisfied with the services and the staff at YESON. Jessie was fantastic. She was the person that I was in touch with from the beginning. She speaks perfect English, so there was no issue with communication. And she was super helpful. She answered every little question that I had before, during, and after the surgery and all the appointments. When you have all of your appointments, she's sitting right next to you the entire time. She is right by your side, making sure you're comfortable, answering any questions you have, making or translating for some of the staff that didn't speak English. Dr. Kim was great. He was really nice and friendly and really thorough when he was explaining the procedure. He wanted to make sure that I completely understood everything. He even showed me a video of the procedure, which was kind of cool but kind of gross at the same time. And yeah, everybody was great. They really did a lot to make me feel comfortable, which was important to me because I was traveling alone. It was a completely different culture. I didn't speak the language, so the fact that they made me feel so comfortable was really great. Would I like to recommend YESON's voice feminization surgery? Yes, I would definitely recommend it. It has done so much for me and my voice. Before the voice surgery, my voice was so deep and so male that there was no way that I could pass. And since then, now that my voice has become a lot more feminine, I have no issues passing. I'm not nervous about my voice or anything. That was another part of it. I had done therapy with a speech pathologist for like 4 or 5 months before I decided to do surgery. And not only was the voice that I developed not that great, it was so difficult for me to use in public. I was always nervous about it, constantly having to think about it, constantly having to focus on every little thing that I said and how it sounded, and it was just so easy for me to slip back down into my male voice because that was so comfortable to me. That was what was natural. And so the fact that this is now my natural speaking voice is amazing. I don't have to think about it at all. Little things like my laughs and my coughs are feminized, which was another thing that you just constantly have to think about. And so overall, from just like a comfort standpoint and like a quality of life standpoint, this surgery has been life-changing. So I definitely would recommend it to anybody. And for those of you that are a little bit nervous about voice surgeries, I was the same exact way before I came across YESON. Everything that I had read said to stay away from voice surgeries. They should only be used as like a last resort. They were too risky. The complications were too bad. I mean, like the risk of like having a constantly hoarse voice. And for me, that's not something that I wanted to risk. And so I never really considered voice surgeries. And then I came across YESON's, and when I saw how consistent and natural the results were and how simple and relatively risk-free it was, there really was no question for me at that point that this is something that I really wanted to do. And I'm so glad I did it. I have absolutely no regrets at all. I would do it again in a heartbeat. And for anybody out there that's in the same position that I was with my voice, I would definitely recommend at least looking into YESON. And I promise you, you'll be surprised at how different this is from all of the existing voice procedures out there. So that's about it. I hope this answered some questions that you guys might have had about the voice surgery. And if you have any more questions or if you have any comments or anything like that, feel free to post them here on YouTube and I will try to answer them for you guys.